Hey guys, we are live. This is Jennifer Seymour from The Shooter's Mindset. We are live on episode 303 with an awesome crew tonight. We have Greg Cannon as our co-host.
Hey everyone.
And special guests of the hour, we have Regina Milkovich, my shooting friend that got me involved in PRS and addicted.
You're welcome.
We have Janae Frainer.
Hi.
And we have, I'm not sure who that is in the black. Who is this missing person? Could it be Ryan Hay? Possibly Ryan Hay? Are you there, Ryan? Ryan Hay. So we're going to discuss all things shooting here with these three and just kind of have a good time. And it's going to be really laid back and just kind of joke around. So there's Ryan.
What is up?
All right, so we're gonna do intros first because everybody knows all y'all, I'm sure, but just in case, let's just kind of go through. So Regina, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do and how you got into shooting.
Everybody knows the story about how I got into shooting. My husband tricked me, obviously. I've been shooting for longer than some new competitors have been alive now, which makes me feel really old. It's almost true, though. I started in the end of 2009. I think I have the right decade on there. So, that's it. Hopefully everybody knows who I am by now. My head barely fits on the screen. That sounded so egotistical.
Everybody knows Regina, though.
You're right. Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, boy.
The queen of PRS.
Well, I don't know, man. This year's been a rough year, so I think I'm about to get dethroned if I don't start practicing. I need some of those training tapes that teach you how to dry fire, or I need to follow Chad Heckler a little bit.
You need one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, have one of those. And
you need to use it though.
Yeah.
So I've learned, I have one and it sits in my foyer, but you actually have to do something with it. I haven't figured that out yet.
Just looking at it doesn't help.
I trip over it sometimes, if I'm drunk and trying to get to the front door.
It's just an ornament. It just stands there.
The targets are pretty on it.
I practice in my mind with that tripod.
I kind of thought it was like English in high school where I could just show up and or music theory, not math. Math actually I do homework. But
whose dog is killing something?
Mine. Should I put them out? They're battling with each other.
No, it's kind of entertaining, to be honest.
Is it? I didn't know if I was I wonder if they can hear that.
Whose dog is that? I can't see anything, and none of y'all were reacting. Usually somebody will be like,
there, I just kicked one of them.
kind of do the side glance, and none of y'all were telling on yourself. So I thought I'd just totally call you out. Miss Janae. Well, Janae, tell us how you got into shooting and kind of about yourself and what you do and all that good stuff.
Okay. So I have 6 brothers. I don't even know if any of you guys know that. So I have 6 brothers, and they always hunted. My dad hunts. Both my parents were raised on farms. So I always shot, but it was like trash shooting. You know what I mean? Going out in the nowhere and plinking cans and bottles. And then when I married my husband, he clearly shoots and was always a hunter. We started doing varmint hunting, and that was super fun. And then he discovered this match in Las Vegas, and that was probably, I want to say maybe 2011-ish. And he was like, wow, it's like varmint hunting, except I get to shoot 80 rounds instead of 7 rounds. So he convinced me to go to a match, and I finally did after maybe 2 years, and I was instantly hooked. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. I'm down with this. I like guns.
I like guns.
You like guns. Janae's got a gun.
I got it.
All right. Ryan Hay, I feel like there's probably a lot of people watching just because of all the posts you've put up today, and
I feel like all eyes on me, yo.
I don't know why else anybody would be watching the show right now because you're on it. But
you look very sober drinking your coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard there's a pool going now.
There is. There's a couple bets going on. There's over-unders of how bad I'm going to get tonight. Various little groups and people chatting. and I think I'm gonna maybe bust some of their expectations. We'll
Hey,
see.
what brand coffee is that?
Black Rifle Coffee Company. Duh. So yeah.
So tell us about yourself. For anybody that doesn't know.
Oh man, what anyone doesn't know? Okay, I started shooting competitively in 1999, 3-position small bore air rifle at college. Went all the way up to the sectionals and was getting ready to go to nationals, and then 9/11 happened, and then I went to the Army, did all kinds of crazy stuff with the Army, and then linked in with Melissa Gillen and Jim Gillen down in Fort Benning. They took me down to a match at the old K&M, which was Core, now it's Altus. That's how old I am.
Hey.
And then started from there.
I was at that match too. Shush.
No, this was a 2011 club match.
Oh, okay, I was at the first
grind with that notorious grinded out stage that I almost got caught up on.
I blacked it out. I don't know.
Blacked it out. Yeah, and it's been balls to the wall since then, and I push chronographs and thug life people, and occasionally like do good at a match.
Stir pots.
Hey, I wasn't at that match, so I must not be old.
Old now.
Well, old shooter, old age.
I'm not going there. That's you, Greg. That's you. You get to have the car rides with her, and she. Nah, not me. Nope.
Hey, who wants to earn a quarter right now?
Wait, I ain't raising my hand until I hear how.
Oh, I know exactly.
I figured I could decline it.
All you gotta do is follow my lead. Hi, Prentice.
Hi,
Prentice.
Yep,
Hi, Prentice.
Hi, Prentice.
I give Prentice shout outs all the time, and I've never gotten a quarter.
A quarter every time.
Like you
Every
like
time?
$10 by now, Prentice.
See, when you're as
Prentice in like 2 weeks in our club match.
I've not gotten any money from Prentice. I'm just saying.
No.
I think we need to get on that.
I get love from Prentice when I go to the club match because, you know, he's only 2 hours away and I see him at.
We don't want to hear about what kind of love Prentice is giving you.
He gives good man hugs. He does. He's a good man hugger.
There's some things we don't want to put on the
Not a man
interwebs.
hugger. I'm comfortable. I'll embrace. I embrace.
You embrace it all.
I embrace it all.
Okay, well. So what matches has everybody shot recently?
Jen, you didn't tell who you are.
I'm on here every week. Everybody knows who I am.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, Brian, it's her show. Duh.
And if they don't, they can go back like 5 years
ago. I
ago.
would have gotten that one if I was drunk. I'm sober. Bear with me. Lawn moment. Quad loading. Hashtag.
Oh, I forgot about that. We have to tell that story.
Tell that story.
Oh, what?
So whenever I first met Ryan, I think it was through the show.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, I still did 3-gun back then. And he was talking about precision stuff. And we were talking about 3-gun stuff. And he's like, I really kind of want to try this 3-gun stuff, but I really have to learn the shotgun loading stuff. And I was like, yeah, I forgot exactly how it went. Did I say, I'll teach you how to quad load?
I was driving to link up with you guys in Florida, and I'm in Houston. I'm like, yeah, that whole, like, that whole, loading 2 rounds, that quad load. And you're like, Ryan, quad loading is 4 quad. And I'm like, shit.
Yeah, that's right. You're like, I need to learn how to load 2 rounds at a time, that quad loading. And I'm like, quad
I'm
means
like,
4.
technically you're loading 2 rounds at a time, but you're holding 4. So it's a quad load. I was driving through Houston at 80 miles an hour in rush hour traffic. Just bear with me. All right. Damn.
It was hilarious.
People.
You had to be there, but it was really funny because he didn't know what quad loading was. So we're never going to let him live that down.
Nope.
But that's all right. But yeah, everybody knows who I am, and I shoot PRS, and I'm a nurse, and all that good stuff. So what matches did everybody just shoot? Janae, we'll start with you. What have you shot recently?
Well, as much as I want to punch people in the face when they say due to COVID, but that has definitely changed this season for me. So I've only shot one national match this year, which was the Cole Korenberg's Dog Valley. And other than that, I've just been shooting local stuff. I've been doing a lot of the NRL 22. And then I shot a local match last Saturday, which has actually been fun because our local matches were not my style for the last couple of years. And now Sin City Precision took them back over. So they've been a lot of fun.
That's
pretty
awesome.
much, yeah, it's been awesome. And I love my new caliber. She's great.
What are you shooting?
A 6 BRA.
Sweet.
Yeah. I finally have her figured out because I'm not good at reloading. And by not good at reloading, I'm like the worst reloader in the world. And I finally got her down, like fine-tuned. Thanks for my buddy Solomon. He's been hooking me up with, he's like my guru. I like text him every day.
So, hey, by worst reloader in the world, how many times have you blown yourself up reloading?
Once. Like literally, I could post pictures. I blew up my action by my reloading skills. It blew up, blood everywhere. I was sighting in for it was last season. I was sighting in for God, what is it called? It was Dusty Brickster's match, the one in New Mexico.
Smith Ranch.
Smith Ranch shootout, and it like happened so fast, and I was like, "What just happened?" And then the guy next to me was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "What?" And I look over and there's just like blood pouring down my face. And I was like, and I was more embarrassed than concerned. I was like, "Oh no, I'm the dumb girl that just blew up my own gun." And it like blew parts off other people's chassis next to me where I'm like, "What's your name? I'll buy you whatever. I'll just buy you a new gun. I'm moving to Canada." But so no, I literally did do that. And you know, the cool thing about that was the funny part with that is so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to RO this weekend. And Tate Streeter, like nicest dude ever, hears about it. He's like, "Hey, I got an extra gun. You want to shoot my gun? I got extra ammo too." So I shot his gun all weekend, and I probably did better with it than I did with my own stuff.
That's awesome. That's why I love this sport.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Honestly, it was like and like there were like 4 other people that were like, "Hey, you can use my backup gun. You can use my backup gun." And then I got all like picky and snobby. I'm like, "So what caliber is yours? What's yours?" I'm just kidding.
Hey, Greg, how many times do you have scope issues that could have been fixed by yourself, but you called Vortex?
Twice.
Point for hay. Point for hay. Oh, hey, Greg, who hooked you up with a EBR2C Razor Gen 2?
My best friend in the world, Ryan Hay.
Yeah, yummy. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do y'all need a whiteboard to keep?
Coffee just kicked in.
Yeah. Do you need a whiteboard to keep tally between you two of who's leading, who's in?
I'm always leading.
So let's just stand up and compare belly scars. Who has more scars on their belly?
Let's totally not.
All right.
Girls, all in favor of them all in favor of them not showing their bellies, raise your hand. Okay, we have a majority.
Anyways, even if you voted for it. But I do got a nice scar on my thumb.
Ryan, I just started using a hand primer, and every time I use it, I have my goggles on, and I'm like closing my eyes as I compress it, and I'm like, "Oh God, it didn't kill me."
Yeah, that's
why it's not a joke.
Literally, Ryan, you are the inspiration for this bench-mounted primer here. So I don't get it.
Those statistically blow up more than hand primers.
Yeah, but it's statistically further away from my ghibli bits.
I statistically only know one person that's done that, and it was you, and it was a hand primer. So that's my stats.
Aren't they called like hand grenades or something for a reason?
Well, when you have 130 one primer, pop, no issue. When you have 130 go off, it's like a flashbang in your face. If you ever had a flashbang go off in your face, you'll know. But there was a lot of plastic and shrapnel. So yeah, sure. This is why I'm probably gonna start drinking. See, there you go.
Are we making you drink?
Of course, all the time. It's like they force me. When we go to matches, they're like, "Ryan, why don't you come out and drink?" And I'm like, "No, I need to be like, I need to behave. I need to like not go out. Hey, just come out."
When have you ever said that? I've never heard you say that.
I've also never
meant it. Said it and meant it. Come on.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that at a match.
Normally, what I hear Ryan say is, okay, so my plan is that I'm gonna have one drink just to kind of calm me down before I go to bed, but that's it. Then I'm totally going to bed. And 6 beers later or 6 mixed drinks later, he's like, no, I'm serious. I'm gonna slam some Pedialyte and some water, and then I'm going straight to bed. So I don't think it's ever worked out.
I will say that I've never been dumb enough I'm true enough to my own self that I'm never going to say, oh, I'm just going to have one. Because I know Janae doesn't have one. If I have one, there's more.
No. Like, so when, speaking of barrel maker, Wisconsin, of course, day one gets canceled. And Ken Wheeler's sitting up there like, hey, guys, said day one, we got to cancel. They had this monsoon come in. And, yeah, we don't want you walking 8 miles through vineyards because we didn't mark the lane. I love you, Ken, by the way. I just got to give you a little shit. Yeah, you're done. And the first thing I said, let's all get
Oh, Lordy.
Hold up. I gotta give a shout out. My friend Ashley Wink, I was at her wedding while I was in the Kroger. Shout out, Ashley. What up? Welcome.
Is she married to Prentice Wink?
She is.
Ashley gets a shout out.
I was shouting out to Prentice, I want 2 more quarters.
Yes.
I only have one. I need more.
Before long, it'll be dollar bills.
Hey, let's get back on subject. Matches that we shot, or we'll sit here talking about dollar bills. Sorry, I'm still sober.
What have you shot, Ryan?
What have I shot? Dirt in Utah.
Me too.
I hit rocks in Utah, and I hit dirt in Kansas. No, last 3 matches from the beginning of July or June was a club match in Texas. The Lone Star Shootout. Took 14th out of 128 there. Was only down from the leader by 6. Then went to Kansas and got shellacked, back smacked like a pimp that needed money. God, the wind was so switchy. Derek Love, I mean, it was good. And then went to Utah, and that match, Brian Sykes and Gardner did a great job with that course of fire. The terrain's awesome out there. That was just more than a match for me. Going out west is like a religious experience. Hiking the hill, getting on top, seeing just earth. And Jen, you were there. You saw the terrain. I mean, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous.
Like, oh my God, so beautiful out there. But there were some stages, man, that just took my soul and just like and threw it away. And then there's other stages that I did great on.
I don't think I've seen that many grown men cry at a match.
Were they crying because they sucked in half the dirt from Utah, or were they crying because they missed?
Or were they crying because they had to walk that hill? I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter. But there were a lot of grown men crying.
Yeah, there was, man. But it was good. I am definitely going out to that match again. But I got to thank, big shout out to Black Rifle Coffee Company, Evan Hafer, Jared Taylor for getting me out there, and Jessica Emmert, who handled all the logistics. She was on top of getting the hotel, the rental car, me and Paul Tobias out there, and I hope I can do it again, because just going to speak with Evan Hafer itself was worth that trip, because that guy, salt of the earth, awesome person, down to earth. He's not like a typical egotistical CEO. And it was good. It was just I needed that. I needed that match. It was a good thing to get a lot of bad energy out.
It was a great match.
Yep.
Gino, what you been shooting?
Just got back from getting my ass handed to me at the War Rifles match in West Virginia. So I have a long list of excuses for why I didn't shoot as well. But Janae and I have had lots of conversations about stuff like that, and she told me, nobody gives a shit. Quit talking about why you didn't do well.
Well, I mean, if you need some excuses, I feel like the back of Greg's shirt might have some.
I think
I almost put that same shirt on. I'm so glad I'm not twinning.
So I'm not going to lie. In all of, let's see. Someone read it. Anyone see?
A couple of those would work, but not all of them.
I forgot to update my DA.
I did not forget to do that. I actually did that. I was good with that. I mean, I switched to 6GT this year, and I really wish that I could say that any of my issues were related to the caliber, but it's totally not. It's all me. Like, my head's just been all over the place. So the misses that I have, I know I missed. I'm shaking, or my heart rate's up, or I'm not following through. So I got a lot of practice out of me. War Rifles was fun though. I mean, they had targets, like I was telling you guys in the pre-show, the targets look like somebody went to Oklahoma, talked to the old Okies, like the old Okies, got their tiny targets that are underfed and not watered, put them out all over West Virginia, and then pulled a bunch of props from Arizona, because they're kind of known for not really having the most stable props, and put those all out and said, okay, now shoot off of that and shoot that tiny target over there. That's what it felt like. But
That
plenty
sounds
of people
challenging.
hit lots of targets, so I just didn't. I sucked. So, oh well, not a big deal. It was a fun match. I had a good time. Morgan and Drew both did a really good job with it. They had awesome prize table. Ken Sinowski stomped everybody. My squad was cool because I got to squad with a couple of my favorite dudes, Jason Green and Joe Walls. I mean, I like Joe Walls so much I made a patch about him. So,
What would Joe Walls do?
Yeah, and I had Allison Zane and Cabela Fuller on my squad too. So that's so cool to see young kids out shooting, and especially young girls. I mean, they've kind of talked to each other, fed off each other, helped pump each other up, and gave each other advice. So that was cool. Some of the props were a little tall for them, but
Matt Hornback on the Facebook says tiny targets are less expensive. So if you have a lot of tiny targets, you save money on targetry. match director hack right there.
All right, so as a match director, all I'm saying is every time I come back from a match that kicks my butt, what I think is you righties have it way too easy. So one of these days, I keep saying I'm going to do it. One of these days, I'm actually going to follow through. I'm going to make like 50% of the match super lefty friendly, and I'm not going to tell anybody. So you don't know if it's going to be this year or next year or the year after that, but sometime it's going to be a lefty friendly match, and you guys are going to show up and be like, what the hell? Why are the targets all off that way? And then I'll say, oh, I don't know.
It'll be.
This is my not impressed face.
I know. I hope it's not one I'm at.
Let's say that would just confuse me. I'd be like,
I don't need a disadvantage.
Yeah,
All RO.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll show up. I'll be like, hey, I'm ready to shoot. That RO. Volunteer.
Is my audio back now?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
God,
So hey,
like, unstable stuff. So sorry about that. Never mind.
All right.
we've definitely had worse. Anthony Cruz. So there's all sorts of different kinds of matches out there. Like the Assassin's Way, Comp Dynamics, Mammoth, PRS, NRL, all sorts of different stuff out there. What's y'all's like preferred style of match? Like, if you could shoot any match any weekend, what would it be?
The one I don't suck at. Oh, I'm sorry.
Personally, I like meatball matches, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, you don't learn anything from them though. So yeah, I don't know. I like trying new stuff. I'm considering some of the team matches. I really want to shoot a team match.
I do too.
I do 3.
Let's go do that.
Okay, I want to.
Let's totally go do that. We'd have fun with that.
Oh.
And I'm not so much down with the ELR stuff. I have a gun that could do it. I don't trust my wind reading well enough for that yet. But Assassin's Way thing looks pretty cool. That looks like I can't afford it, but that entry fee is like $20.
And there goes Regina's audio.
And there she is.
Pausing.
And it's like a Charlie Chaplin movie.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's just froze.
You just froze. Then I'll go. The hybrid like Texas K&M positional with long range, because I get the chance to practice positional more than I shoot in wind, because I have a dry fire course built in my garage, and then I get a lot of things, some banisters to practice around my house with dry fire, and there's little targets at individual corners and running up steps and stuff. But yeah, I get a 100-yard and 600-yard range with a lot of barricades that's within an hour, but damn, long range stuff, field matches aren't my jam, and that's why I'm doing more of them. So looking forward to going all the way up to South Dakota in about 3 weeks. I'm picking up Rich Cronister, and it's going to be the Rich and Ryan Road Show all the way up to South Dakota.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a hot mess.
Please tell me y'all are going live on Facebook at some point in time.
We're going to be live on Instagram. We're going to be doing phone calling. So, like, he's going to be live on his Instagram or Facebook, and then I'll be driving, and we'll vice versa. And like, hey, man, you got our phone number? Call in. Uncandid, unscripted, uncensored. Let's rock and roll, because we got 16 hours to haul north carrying booze, bullets, guns, and gear. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a life-changing experience.
I'm not sure the internet is ready for that.
I've definitely had more than
We're
one.
gonna make it ready. We'll be okay. We've filed a petition with Zuckerberg and Instagram.
Oh my gosh. Janae, what are your favorite kinds of matches?
I can't say a favorite kind, because my opinion, and I think about this about most people, is the matches you like are the ones you do the best at. So there are
That's
matches.
what I said, the ones I don't suck at.
Yes, but it's true, because there's a match that I've shot a couple times. It's highly regarded. I'm not going to name it. People love it. I effing hate it. And I don't know why people love it. And then I started listening to people that love it. I'm like, oh, because they've done good there, where I sucked there. So it might have been a good match, but I thought it sucked. And I was telling my husband that about this particular match, and he's like, you're right. He's like, I hate that match too. And he goes, and I even did good at it one year. So I think it's all about, like, I don't know what you've done good at, but I do see it's very hard to control. But the first time I went to an Oklahoma match, they were like, I was reading the rule book, and it was like, you can't share wind, you can't talk about it, you'll get DQ'd. And I had like this pit in my stomach. I'm like, I can't. And guess what? To this day, it was my best finish ever when I like trusted me and didn't listen to anybody else around me. And I did like better in 35, 40 mile per hour winds when I couldn't talk to people and cheat or whatever. And so I think more matches should be like that. It should be more of an individual game. If you're done shooting and everybody's done shooting and you want to talk about what you did, great. But like, not beforehand. Like,
yeah,
everybody's their own man. Or
there was two Oklahoma matches that I've been to that have been like that. Well, one's constant like that, certain stages, and we know it. And I'll drop the name. It's the heat stroke. There's certain stages.
Yeah, it's the troop lines. Can't talk.
Troop lines. Can't talk. Shut up. You start mumbling, you're done. And then Shane Keeley's match in Ramona last year, you couldn't share wind after or before the stage or after. And if ROs heard you, they gave you a warning. You couldn't share wind after. Like, dude, I'm done. Hey, what'd you hold on that last target? I'm like, shut up, hey. And I'm like, I already shot the stage. Can't share wind. Other people were listening. I'm like, looking around. I'm like, we're in Oklahoma. There's no one around except for the next squad that's already ahead of us. And he's like, can't share wind. And I'm like, okay.
And I love this, but I also think it's a very hard thing to enforce and police. I think that in theory it works. The issue is there's people that I wouldn't go so far as to say cheating necessarily, but it gets a little bit gray. And so people that are going to dabble in that gray area are going to go ahead and do this. And it's very hard to like call them out on it. You know what I mean?
It is.
Well,
I mean,
there,
also
weren't there were people that used to send each other messages. They had Facebook groups.
I saw hand signals. I saw all sorts of stuff that I'm like, man, come on, just do what you're supposed to do. Like, come on, you're that competitive?
Have you ever seen the Bluetooth Ear Pro where you could get wind calls in when you're shooting stage?
I've just heard rumors.
Gotta bring that up, man. Oh my god.
Oh, gotta stir the pot.
No, Prentice, it wasn't Tino. Tino wasn't at that. It wasn't Tino RO in that match. It was another RO, but he was right. Shane put it out in the rules. Do not share wind calls prior to the stage or after you get off the stage, because the squad behind you could start hearing them, even though the wind was pretty consistent, but it was still in the rule book.
The Tino is kind of a tough RO. He's probably one of the
Tino.
tougher ones. And he is Tino.
Yes, Tino.
He is Tino. He likes pretzels. I heard anyway.
I also heard that.
So I heard.
Yeah.
Love you, Tino. Just kidding.
That's yeah. We don't need to go there.
No, we definitely need to go to Hoffer House.
That'll get us all in trouble.
Yes, Hopper House.
Can we go? Can we go?
Delicious.
Guys, I'm
What
hungry.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, unless you ate my pretzel.
Unless you live here.
Or you post it on Facebook.
True story. True story. Ah, man alive. So much fun. So
Yeah. Speaking of SHOT Show, real quick, 2 minutes. Who thinks SHOT Show is going to happen?
Not this girl.
I mean, everyone goes and gets sick anyway. So, like, what's the difference if it's the Rona or the plague or whatever the hell I had last year? That was horrible.
you had first time in Vegas is what you had.
That was your first time here?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He got hammered as a
No, I did not.
Ooh.
I don't think. No, I take that back. There was one night that I ended up hammered, but that was after I recovered. There was one night I fell asleep at like 7:30 on the floor of the shower.
That's about
I
right.
just wanted to say, Janae, I just wanted to hear your opinion because you're there, and NSSF, National Shooting Sports Foundation, is still pushing all the get ready for SHOT Show. It's bigger and better this year, and you know we're all going to be wearing face masks, and there's going to be taped lines around booth. Don't get offended if we don't shake your hand. I am not shaking one friggin' hand unless it's either I spit in it with alcohol or I am hand sanitizing it, because no.
You just get a
I'll do
fake
the
hand.
elbow bump.
I'm gonna walk around with a
Yeah.
fake hand and just like a hand on a stick and just kind of hold it out and be like, "Hey, how's it
Like,
going?"
how much alcohol content's in your system right now? We can be friends. If you're sober, not happening.
If it does
Yeah.
happen, it'll definitely be very different, but I'm
be very
not
different.
sure. And I couldn't imagine them allowing the numbers that are there. I mean, maybe they will, but I would think it'd be harder to get in. But
Yeah,
King
so
of Circle Bar might not happen this year.
I could go there for a second because I could go on this for 2 hours, so I won't. But from what I understand, I have a lot of people that book conventions and stuff that work here, and there's a lot of stuff starting to book October and beyond, but it's not looking very good, and things are crazy, and the numbers are down. So I don't know if it's worth it for companies to spend their money to come out here if they only have an eighth of the people that they're expecting. Like, is that enough of an investment for them that they're going to see a return on it? I mean, it's just hard
Yeah.
to say, man. It's because it's crazy here. There's no shows. There's restaurants are limited. A lot of the restaurants aren't even open. The hotels, they have plexiglass between every slot machine. And so I don't know. It's definitely very, very, very different here.
Eric, no stick puppets tonight, man. Sorry. I'm watching the Facebook feed.
How do
He's
you
like,
watch-
"Where's stick puppets at?" I'm like, "Not tonight, man. This is free range talk." Greg has the stick puppets. I got
You're
empty
too
water
stubborn.
bottles and Gatorade bottles.
No liquor bottles.
No comment.
all right,
That was
what is
Sunday
one
night.
thing everybody is working on this season?
Not sucking.
Oh my God, you took the words out of my mouth.
No,
That was
I
mine.
just stole mine.
Why are you copying my homework? Jeez.
I want to suck less. I know.
Hey, what was that again? Can you say that again?
Oh,
Yes,
We're just talking about shooting though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
No,
Oh, never mind.
life.
I just want to suck less than shooting.
I love you, Jen.
okay. I knew it was coming.
It
It's-
wasn't me. Not me. Not it. Not it, Nick. Nick, it's not me this time. It's
Am I in
Janae.
trouble? Am I going to be in trouble? Oh no.
Who are you going to be in trouble with, Janae? Tyler?
No.
Oh, not on that comment.
Oh, there's nobody. Any nitpicky things you're trying to get better on?
All right. So my big thing this year, I'm still pretty new to this. I got like one full season and a couple other miscellaneous things under me. I'm trying to become more fluid when I'm shooting and think less and make stuff more natural. So I'm trying to find targets faster, be able to not think so much about what zoom I need to be, and just kind of have stuff run smoother. And so far, it's actually kind of working out pretty well for me. I'd like to say like, oh, I'm practicing a lot. I'm not. Hashtag the Rona. Hashtag works crazy. But that's my big goal. And with the whopping 3 matches I've shot so far this year, I do feel like I'm getting more and more fluid with every match that I've shot. So I'm like super like way below the other 4 of you, but that's my goal. And yeah.
Well, my for real answer would be confidence. So
That's good. Confidence.
I've seen your scores. You should have that. Oh, she's doing that thing where her lips are moving and she's not talking again.
Oh no.
Our computer's crapping on her. For me, not dragging personal and professional stuff from work into shooting and zoning out if I have a bad stage. So this right here, my ear pods, Planet Hay. So I put these underneath my ear pro, and even if I have a good stage, and people are starting to figure it out, like they'll be talking to me and I'll be like, it's like I'm looking and I have my sunglasses on and they're like, Hay's not talking. And like, hey dude, like they'll start waving. I'm like, dude, I'm off in Planet Hay, and I'll take my earphones off. I'm like, I got music going. And it's everything from Beethoven to friggin' AC/DC to Tupac to I run the music gamut. If I come off a good stage, I'm rocking and rolling. If I come off a bad stage, I need something to get my mind and erase what just happened. And people are like sitting there talking to me, and I'm sitting there like, sunglasses off, like, you talking? And I'm like, I'm in Planet Hay, man. I'm in Planet Hay. And then I'll take the earbuds out, and I'm like, all right, I'm back on Earth. So
I feel like Planet Hay could be a very scary place.
Yeah.
It is a very scary place.
I want to try
it can
something.
be a very calm place.
Hey Siri, what's the wind speed in Finger, Tennessee?
The wind speed is currently 2 miles per hour. East in Finger, Tennessee.
So that's why I use the AirPods.
No, I don't listen to Nickelback. I wouldn't wish Nickelback into the ears of my worst enemy.
You're not listening to Justin Bieber, are you?
I'd rather listen to
Not
that.
Cher either. No. I mean, I'll give you my playlist sometimes. Tupac, Biggie, AC/DC, Starset. Let's see, Filter. It runs the gamut, man. It depends on what mood I'm in. Like
no, like Limp Bizkit break stuff in there.
No, because I don't want to toss my rifle and then get DQ'd.
Fair enough.
Matt Hornback said, "Share." Yeah, if I could turn back time on some of the stages, you're damn right I would.
Gina, are you back now?
I don't know. Apparently my laptop doesn't want me to talk. So.
Okay, you're back.
You're back.
So we heard confidence, and then we saw Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, and then my computer said, none for you.
That's it. I want to focus on freaking positional, aka mostly standing. I suck. I swear I've gotten worse at that as the years have gone on. Like I can't figure out, so I can't even tell you how many competitions that I literally lose like 15 spots to the one stage that had positional because I get like a 1 or a 0 on it when everybody else gets like a 10. So that's what I need to work on. But at the same time, I'm too lazy to. I will say this about confidence. This is funny. So for Christmas, Regina gave me this necklace, and it's this little ring, and it says "Fearless" on it. And I'm probably overly confident, period, like more than I should be, not just shooting, just in general. I'm like, yeah, I'm rad. Who doesn't think I am? But she gave me this, and this was such a confidence booster. I wear this every day, Regina. I've never taken it off because she thinks I'm fearless. And I am.
Well, it's important to have good friends that have your back.
I agree.
Always.
I posted up this morning. Janae's my ride or die on match trips. So
And have you seen her TikTok?
My
You
kids
should
are out of
totally
town.
give us a demo, Janae. I think we should have a live demo.
Like,
I think I might need some shots, but if you played the right music, I would just automatically go into automatic mode and be like,
Oh, I wish I could find this, and I wish I knew how to
No.
TikTok so I could find it and share
Look,
it. On...
Janae's like, no.
no, my kids actually, my parents took my children to Utah for the week, and they gave me tasks of TikToks that I have to have memorized because they want me to post them. It's not me. My kids are like, Mom, if you really love us, you'll post this. I'm like, oh, sure.
wow.
That's hilarious. And mine are all like, Mom, don't post that.
I think mine are young enough. They still think I'm cool. Give them a couple years.
Mine are like, Mom, seriously. No.
So, totally off topic, but sort of because Janae was talking about support or positional stuff. So we're getting checks in for TPRC, and some dude added a note. I'm not going to name him because I hid his name when I posted it. But he said, please no offhand. So
there's going to be a lot now.
Offhand would be positional, not support side. We're totally going to have support side. Sorry, that just is going to happen because Tim hates everyone. But
Hates everyone. Speaking of, are we going to have Tim show up?
no,
We need a cameo.
Yeah, I'm supposed to wake up in 1 minute, so he's sleeping. He's got to work tonight.
All right.
Oh, and he might wake up as angry Tim.
Angry Sniper Tim.
He wore
Yes,
his
Gary.
little thing that says sniper and angry on it. It had his friend cracking up laughing. His friend Jerry was like, that is hilarious.
Oh, the towel?
Yes. So one side says sniper Tim and the other side says angry Tim. So you know which mood you're getting.
Yeah, he can put whichever one on top so that everyone just knows, like, oh, that's angry Tim. We need to keep our distance. I mean, 6 feet for Rona, but like 12 for angry Tim.
Yes.
What if he's both? What if
Yeah,
he's
how
both
far away do you got to
angry
go
and
for Angry Sniper Tim?
Oh,
I don't know. He did pretty well with a 2-2-3 over the weekend, so maybe pretty far.
Hey, Regina, you missed it. Your computer was being stupid. So guess who I'm picking up in Dallas and heading north to South Dakota with?
Oh, I know who you're doing that with, Rich
Oh,
Cross.
did I tell you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Rich and Ryan Road Show.
Yeah, what you guys really should be playing is God, what's that song? Never mind. It'll come back to me in a second.
What?
Damn it. What's that big butt song? Because you know that's his jam.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Like big butts and I cannot lie. Other girls do not. Yeah, of course.
Leverage.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah,
That's
Virtually.
bringing it back
Coming
to
out the
high
90s
school
rap.
days.
Yes. Of course, when we jamming
Unless
out
you're
the
Greg,
90s.
he was
90s
like in
rap.
preschool.
right.
I'm pretty sure that song was
Breaks
before I was in
like-
preschool.
So young.
You can go stand in the corner. We'll put you in timeout.
Exactly. What's everybody's pet peeve at a match?
Oh,
Oh no, I got something better.
I get a spoon. I need to get a big ladle. Is it pot stirring time?
I
Oh
believe
gosh.
it is.
Go ahead.
no.
Whatever just happened, I can't.
Hold on, my buddy Prentice sent me a link.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Prentice Wink?
Yeah,
It's 3. I'm almost to $1.
y'all want to see something? Y'all want to see it? Janae, you want to see it?
Yeah.
But
Janae said yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, shish kebabs. Oh, my gosh.
Prentice, I love you.
Okay. you almost had me to. See, look, I went into autopilot. I just started doing it. I don't even know.
Janae was like, yeah, I want to see it. Then she's like, oh God.
Not the first time I put my foot in my mouth.
Um,
I'm not
All right.
that flexible.
to save Janae, back to pet peeves.
Yeah, hey, stir a pot, stir a pot.
Go ahead, hey.
Oh,
What's your pet peeve at matches?
let me embrace. Okay, so I'm gonna build off of what Rich Dias said. Is people that have to constantly berate ROs to get points at stages. So I'm not gonna drop any names because I've learned my lesson not to drop any names unless I'm there and I actually see it happening. So, but it happens, and I love when an entire squad is watching and the RO says, whoa, and then everyone goes, nah, bro, you were off the left side, and then off the right side, and then off the left side, and you didn't hit anything. And then just a face of like,
He
yeah.
froze. I love
You
it.
might get away with having a squad that covers for switching win match. People are going to be watching what you shoot, and they're going to say, nope, you missed. Especially when there's 5 people on glass that have about 20 years of experience, and they're like, nope, you didn't hit it, dude. And the RO goes, nope, no point. You got to check ourselves, man. We got to police ourselves. Plain and simple.
They're like, wasn't that an edge hit?
No, it wasn't an edge hit. It was
No,
you
bro.
hitting dirt. No, bro.
It
Nice
was so
try.
much of an edge hit that it was in the dirt.
Yep.
Just off the edge.
If you win over your squad and do some karma, charisma, and they start saying, yeah, you hit it. Or if you're in a squad with some teammates and yeah, he hit it, you might get passed. But I'm telling you, if you're in a squad with a bunch of people that don't give a fuck, they're gonna say, no, dude, you hit dirt. Enjoy your miss.
You know, that should happen more anyway. Keep people a little bit more ethical when it comes to that stuff. Every one of us is like, oh, the RO just gave me that point. But we know it's a freebie, so we don't say anything, but we will argue for something if we think we hit it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know an edge hit when I have an edge hit. I also know an impact when I have an impact, and I know a miss when I have a miss. So that's one of my pet peeves. Another pet peeve at matches, switchy wins, which isn't a match director or competitor thing, but I hate tailwinds and headwinds. They can F off. Really.
Utah.
Huh?
Utah.
Utah had tailwind, then full value, then quarter value, then headwind, then updraft, downdraft.
Hold left. No, now hold right. No, now hold left.
I mean, that was terrain right there. I mean, that's something that comes with experience. I'm talking like what happened in Kansas.
Kansas was a fun tailwind.
Kansas, your experienced wind callers that have been shooting a lot in wind will have that. My positions were fine. Positionals aren't my pet peeves. I mean, on a barricade, my rifle is flat, steady. I love the Magpul chassis. I love how I got my stuff set up, and it's fine. But when your wind is coming off your ass or a headwind and it starts switching left and right on you, I mean, that's where experience kicks in. So it's a pet peeve because I suck at it and I need to get better at it.
Gina, what's yours?
Oh, Ryan pretty much covered him. I mean, the edge hit people. I've definitely had ROs give me free points before and not owned up to it. I'm trying to be better about that. It's hard though when you're sucking really hard and then they give you a point. Like, man, I didn't deserve that. So I don't know. I don't like being asked what my win call is 8,000 times, but especially if I just shot poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, people come up to me sometimes and do that, and they're like, yo, what was your win call? I'm like, listen, I like you, and I want you to shoot good, so I'm not going to give you my win call.
Right?
The only match that's acceptable at is the Pro-Am or any type of Pro-Am. If you come off the stage as the pro, your amateur better be like on you like pigs in mud, be like, what was your win call? Especially, hopefully you're shooting the same caliber or similar and you're matching the everything. That's the only match. I'm sorry. That's the only match. I'm not sorry. That's the only match that like someone should be on your butt about what your win call is. If I haven't even dropped my magazine and put a chamber flag in and someone's asking me my win call, I'm going to be like, back off. Let me get off the stage.
Now, you know,
Seriously.
I guess I have one, Jen. As a match director, anything that I'm setting up, I'm checking for righty and lefty friendliness. If I screw a lefty, then I'm going to equally screw a righty on the same stage. Same thing goes with props, actually more so with props. If you're trying to get women and juniors into the sport, don't make the position where somebody they have to be 6 feet tall to see over it. And if you tell me that a shorty has to stand on bags, which is more stable, standing on a couple of pump pillows or earth? Because to me, earth is a lot more stable. So that's become a big pet peeve of mine. Even though I'm 5'9", and most props, I don't have to stand on my tippy toes for it. I'm fine. I'm like the kind of perfect height for that stuff. But I watch shooters struggle with that, and it screws them out of points that they should have the opportunity to miss like the rest of us. But they're standing on bags
or hit or get. I mean,
I've been to competitions where I've gone and I'm like, hey, I'm standing behind this barricade and standing flat foot, I can't see over it. So once my gun gets up there, there's no way in hell. And I went to one in particular where there were 4 stages where I couldn't see over something. And 3 of the stages, they let me use something to stand on. One of the stages, they wouldn't. But one of the stages that I could use stuff, it was 4 transitions. So I had to move a cooler with me 4 times to stand on a cooler to shoot over it. And I get there's going to be stuff like that happens. That's fine every now and again. But to have 4 stages, like I was like, okay, I'm not like, I know I'm 5'2", I'm not very big, but like I'm not that tiny. And I have been on many where they say, no, you can't stand anything. So and there was like this one that I went to, it was, I won't say who because it was such a good match director and I should have went to the match director, not the RO. But like, I was like, there's so much movement. I'm going to get to this last position, 10 shots, 2 from the last position. I was like, I'm not going to even get there. I'm sure I'm going to time out. And then I got there and I just stood there with my rifle and I was like, okay, I can't even take the shot because I'm not allowed to stand on anything and I can't even see over the barricade. So that definitely is clearly my pet peeve for it.
And I feel like I'm willing to go to war over that for the women and the juniors, but there's some short men who could also benefit from that. So.
No, it's true. In Sin City, you know, it's been a long time since we've done a national level match, but we would always have me and Jorge. I don't know if you guys know Jorge. He's not a Vegas guy anymore. He's now in Florida.
Yeah. I know Jorge.
He's an East Coaster now.
Yeah, I know. But so when we were vetting out. Yeah, that's what I heard. He's moving back, I think, sometime in a couple months. But anyways, so we would vet out stages, and the match director, it was either Tyler or Jared, would always be like, Janae, go shoot this. Jorge, go shoot this. And we were like, oh, we can't see over it. And they would either place something where a short person could stand onto it and do it exactly in the same time as a tall person, or we'd be like, okay, we got to throw this out and figure out something different.
Yeah,
adding extra positions. So if I've got a position that I know somebody who's 5'7" and taller will be able to see off of it, but somebody 5'6" and under can't, well, then I give them an option because to me that's fair. They're the same. If I want you to shoot standing or some type of standing position, I can make that happen for both. But if you're the dude who's 6'2", you're not using the short person standing position. Then you got to go kneeling. So try to think of. I'm trying to think about stuff for designing stages.
Hey, just to let everyone know, I just went live on Instagram, so I'm simulcasting.
I don't even know what that means.
Me either.
We're on the Shooter's Mindset with Jennifer Seymour, Janae Farner, Greg Cannon, Regina Milkovich, and myself. So if you want to go over there and watch live, or you can watch over here live, that's fine. We're talking about props for short people at matches, and how sometimes they're not fair. So again, if you guys want to go watch the Shooter's Mindset and see everyone else, or you can sit here and watch my ugly mug, your call.
So I'm reading the comments.
You guys.
I'm reading the comments on here, and Sam Gerber said that Francis won the skill stage on his tippy toes at the War Rifles match. Allison's dad had to move a cooler for her and for Cabela, so to shoot it. They would have been, I think Allison probably would have been like real close to Francis's time if she didn't have to wait for a cooler to get moved every time she had to shoot off the standing position.
Yeah, I know.
And, I'm a match director for our NRL 22 series here. And one thing I started doing is every time I build a prop, I have my 5'2" girlfriend Shovel. Go and test it.
Shovel!
Shovel!
Oh, God.
I'm so
cannot
confused. Is her name Shovel?
You just
No.
told that. Oh,
Mm.
I can't believe
There
you
you
just
go.
said that.
You're in
Alex-
trouble, I bet. You're gonna be in
Alex-
trouble.
No.
Oh, no.
Not Shovel. That's her name. That's her nickname. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a shovel. It's like a hoe, but a lot more useful.
I cannot believe you just said that on here.
Probably shouldn't have said it on here.
It's on Instagram and it's on the Shooter's Mindset, Greg.
No,
Very
I'm
but-
gonna start calling all girls Shovels.
Not all, because some are just hoes, but
Yeah, that's the truth. But no, I'll like, building the tank trap. I'm like, hey, come here, stand behind this rifle. Can you see in my
my
neighbor's
God.
window with it through that? And, she'll stand behind the rifle because that's one thing I wanted, because I'm tall and I'm taller than most people at my matches. So I want to make sure that it works for the short people too, because I know it's easier for me to bend
Gotta be
over.
fair, man. It's got to be fair for everyone that goes to a match.
Yeah.
Sarah Arrington. Sometimes I'm like, damn, Sarah Arrington.
Hashtag
hey, man,
tactical step stool.
yeah, Sarah. Do they have a step stool for you? She's like, no. God damn it.
Hey, I can't tell you how many competitions I've been at with Nate Webnar where I've used his tactical stool.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm like, oh, we're squatted together. I'm like, yay, I have a stool to stand on.
Yeah, absolutely.
it should definitely be fair. And then the tall guys are like, well, then when we have low positions, it's just as bad for us. And I'm like, no, dude, like you can get down. It just takes you longer.
That's when I love when there's like a doghouse you got to crawl in. I'm finally like, I'm coming for you.
That's like the bunker at K&M. I shot with Roderick Riley.
Oh,
And
God.
Rod
Oh,
had,
God.
he's
Ooh,
7
he's
feet
like,
tall. He's legit 7 feet tall. We have a picture of me standing next to him, and he's like 1.5 feet taller than me because he's 7 feet tall. And he had to crawl
Holy
into that bunker, but he got in there and he shot, and he did
He
good.
got in there. He did good. I mean, yeah, Roderick. Like Roderick's spotting scope. You see all the spotting scopes. They pretty much same like height, and then you'll just see this one that's like way up here, and it's like.
Well,
That's
like on the
Roderick.
prone stage up there, it's right next to the bunker, like 6 people will lay out prone, right? And when I go to stand up, someone else is shooting, so people are on glass. So every time I go to stand up from that, I like turn around to see like who's behind me, and am I about to put my head in the middle of somebody's glass? Because that's one of my pet peeves as a
Mhm.
shorter person on glass, and then people just like pop up and just like, well, I
Yeah.
totally didn't see where that went. So I turn around to like see whose glass is there, and I was like, oh, it's Roderick's. I can completely stand up, and I'm not going to be in his field of view of his glass because I can completely stand up, and his glass is over top of my head. That's how
Y'all,
tall he is.
I'm 6'2" and could stand up in front of Roderick's glass and he wouldn't see me.
Dude, he's 7'1", man. Like,
Yeah.
and Roderick's a good person too because he's.
Mhm.
I love his laugh.
Do you guys have bucket list matches that you want to go to?
I have one and I missed it. The Hornady PRC. I was watching it last year. I was like, man, it's just beautiful. And then this year, like Greg Moore was there, and like I literally 3 days I did nothing but sit here on Facebook and be like, oh, someone's live. Oh, Greg Moore's live. Oh, here's more pictures.
I'm like, oh my God, that sucks. So you would love it, Greg. You need to go out there. And plus, dude, the town of Evanston, some of us tore that town apart. especially Kate's bar. We tore that town apart. Legal tender and Kate's bar done. Closed. I closed Kate's bar Saturday night. I have a flight until 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. the next day.
I was sound asleep.
You had a
Right.
6 a.m. flight.
I sure did.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
Unlike Arizona.
I don't know, bucket list match. I wouldn't mind going and doing the Canadian match.
That would be cool.
I think that would
That
be
would be cool. Purely just to say you shot outside the country.
I think it's beautiful up there too. How about you, Gina? You must have one.
I have two. The Hornady PRC is one, but the other one's the Allegheny Sniper Challenge. So I want to shoot that one. I've always
see.
wanted to shoot that one, but I haven't gotten brave enough yet. So we were talking about that over the weekend. Maybe I'll try to do that next year or something.
I want to do South Africa just because I want to go to South Africa more than anything. And I want to jump in a cage and do a shark dive while I'm there.
Oh, I'd love to go to Australia and shoot with Bodie.
Yes.
Oh,
I want to go
Yes,
shoot a
let's
match
go.
in Australia.
Girl trip.
Australia, but I want to go to the one last year. It was timing. God dang it, was missing the Ireland match. I wanted to go to Ireland.
I wanted to do that so bad.
I wanted to go shoot Ireland, and it was the same weekend as the Reveille Peak Ranch, and that's like 40 minutes away from my house. Magneto Speed puts a lot into that match. That's Clay's match, and it's our backyard. This year it's even more because now with Magpul, I can't miss it. It's the weekend. It's the match before the Pro-Am, so it's the match to kind of make sure everything's good with the rifle. I'll probably have to break in a new barrel at that match. It's canyon shooting. It's a gem. It's like shooting in Utah, but it's right here in Texas. Because of how that terrain is. So I can't miss that one.
That'd be good.
Coming to Texas, you can hang out. We can barbecue at my place.
Hey, now that the numbers are falling off, do you guys want me to explain my shirt?
Yes.
Because I'll stand up so you can see it. Maybe? Yeah, it says go be sad.
It says what?
Go be sad somewhere else.
Go be sad somewhere else. For everyone on Instagram right now, we're over on the Shooter's Mindset page, so just go over there. I'm just trying to push you guys over there. You'll see more shenanigans.
Yeah. Because I was RO in a match, and the shooter wouldn't get off the line. And I was like, hey, man, get up. Let's go. Got other people to run. Step it up.
Go be sad somewhere else.
And 4 times I told him, and apparently he wanted to use a mulligan, only he didn't use those words. And you have to say the words. He said, I want to do that again. And I'm like, well, duh. Everybody wants to do our stages are fun. But yeah, so he's sitting there and he said that. And I was like, hey, come on, let's go. So finally I said, hey, go be sad somewhere else. And then Tim laughed a lot. And one of the guys from Washington called me a bitch. Not wrong. I didn't realize anybody heard me. It's not like I yelled it. I kind of said it quiet. So my brother-in-law made me the shirt to go with it, so I can wear it.
I love it.
Tomorrow again.
That's awesome. Go be sad someplace else.
That is one of my pet peeves. When somebody shoots bad at a national level match, and then they kind of sit there on the line and take like 30 seconds to get off the line. I'm like, dude, we have like 8 more shooters. Get up, bro. That is my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, just gotta go be sad somewhere else.
Go be sad somewhere else.
So Gina, you're doing some the JTAC training next month?
Yes, I am.
What is that? Tell us about it.
Well, apparently I need some more training. Actually, what my personal belief is that you should get more training anyway, no matter how good you are, because you never know if you're going to learn something. You always learn something from somebody. But I kind of begged them to let me shoot a mover, so I'm hoping that Clay and Austin let me do that. But it looks like fun. Plus, go to Oklahoma and learn from Okies. Perhaps I'll be a little bit better at reading wind, so get some more insight. And it's trigger time. So
Trigger time is always good. I need more of that.
Yeah, I don't have a job, so I might as well go try to get better at this craft, perhaps.
There's always improvement to be had.
Yeah.
Always, always.
I'm hoping I can con some more people into going with me. It'd be fun.
Send me a plane ticket. I'll come.
Right. You missed a part. My audio cut out when I said I don't have a job?
Hey, you don't got that like super high COVID unemployment check?
No.
Oh, damn. No COVID talk. None.
Snap.
None.
Yeah, we're not saying the C word.
All right.
No.
Let's hit one more useful question so we can provide good information to our viewership. Let's all give one piece of advice to a new shooter.
I think
I'll
I
go
just
last.
did. I said go to training.
Go to train. Okay, so Gina cheated. She's out already. All right, Jen.
Run what you brung. Don't go try and get in the gear game. Like, come to a match and just bring what you have, even if it's a borrowed AR-10 308 that makes your elbows bleed. Bring it. And
is that from experience you say that?
I mean, maybe or maybe not. Bring it and shoot and like learn the game, and then spend your money, buy once, cry once. Like I see so many people get into the gear game really early, and I think you have to learn to shoot and then worry about gear.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I see a lot of people that are like, hey, I'm coming to my first match and I have this and 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 this. I'm like, homie, I've been doing this for like close to 2 years and you have more gear than me. You should.
Or they're like, I can't go to a match yet. I haven't bought everything. And it's like, dude, just come. Like, there's going to be 500 bags there that you can use and like 5,000 tripods. So like, you'll be good.
Tripods and spotting scopes and buying like, you need a gun of some sort, and that's about it.
And don't let anybody laugh at your little tiny binos.
Dainty.
Ladylike.
They're ladylike, exactly. I love my binos.
Oh, I got a new thing for my Furies. So Really Right Stuff was showing off this cool thing that hopefully will keep me from breaking another pair of binos. You just put it on the little eyepiece and then lock it down, and it locks onto my tripod. So I could probably swing that thing around my head. I'm not going to do that, Nick. I could swing it around my head, though. And so I got to be nice to him now. But it makes them really stable, though. They don't wiggle at all. And, yeah, so that was a piece of gear that definitely helped me out.
Awesome.
It is awesome.
Janae, advice for new shooter.
I'm kind of along the lines of what you said, simplify. People think they need so much crap to come shoot a match, and I honestly usually end up doing the best when I use one bag and don't worry about trying to do a tripod and trying to do this plate and change every time. Like, if I just have one bag, I'm like, I usually do better at that. It's better to be simple, stick with that, go with that, figure it out, and as you get better, maybe incorporate a few things. But at first, don't make it crazy and try to do what you just saw Jake Vibbert or some, you know what I mean? Don't go do something like that because it's not going to be successful.
Hey, what's your advice?
First thing is get off the computer, out of the basement, stop being a friggin' Kia know-it-all, and go out and shoot a match. Stop being an asshole and asking questions and then refuting what you're told. So Kias and assholes, no go. Second thing is,
Hey, Ryan.
sorry. Yeah?
No, I got a guest over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! Tim!
Sniper Tim!
Gotta go to work. Sorry.
Oh,
See you, Tim.
Bye, Tim. Be
I
safe.
miss you, Timmy.
My teammate, my Magpool teammate. Go do good work, Holmes. Awesome.
Sniper Tim right now.
You know what? I miss the Milkoviches. Let me just tell you guys, this is so off the subject, but our last house, it was called the Milkovich Suite, because they would come and stay with us so often that the guest bedroom was just like the Milkovich Suite. Like, so people would be like, hey, can we come stay with you? Can we book the Milkovich Suite? And I'm like, oh, sorry, they're coming too. They got first dibs.
So it's like you never had to change the sheets because it was just their bed.
No, we didn't even know what happened in there. I was like, yeah, they're fine.
Oh, wait, Grandma's coming? We're going to have to change the sheets now.
Totally.
Went there, Jen. Damn. Wow.
What was your number 2, Ryan?
Number 2. Wait, so we talked about Kias and assholes for number 1 is get off the computer, get out and actually shoot, and don't be a Kia or an asshole. The second thing is that don't stick to one style. Don't stick to one thing. Because find your own style of shooting, because and you guys have said it, what Regina does versus what Jen does, what Greg, Vibbert, Pinch, name 50 names. They all do something different. You got to make your own style of shooting, but you have to try different things and find out what works.
That's very true. I was like super fortunate when I first got into this. I met like a bunch of really awesome, really good shooters, and like 3 of them happen to be on this show right now. And I would ask all of them the same question and get a different answer from all of them. And but
So-
you kind of poll everybody and kind of see which one works best for you. Because if I ask Jen something positional, she's like, "Oh yeah, you do a split, and then you rest your body on your boobs,
Yes.
and then you can shoot here."
Well, I mean,
Hi,
so
Greg.
let me put in context.
Hi, Prentice.
Hey!
Oh,
We have a guest,
Yeah.
a special guest.
Very special guest.
How are all y'all
So-
doing?
Fantastic.
Brad?
How about you?
All
This
doing
show just
good.
got
over
another
here.
So a shout out's a quarter. This is going to be like $10 right off the
I
right
just
off the top.
Ooh.
Prentice, I'm to $1. Oh, by the way,
Jennifer,
thanks for the
Jennifer,
link.
you didn't negotiate near as well as Regina did. So
And I was really bad.
I was about to say a quarter.
Oh
No,
my
Regina's
God.
the one that started saying you got to give Prentice a shout out and you'll get a quarter.
well, I mean, I negotiated that with Regina for shout outs. I didn't negotiate that with you. I just
Oh.
bug you enough that I get them now.
But hey,
Hey, Jen,
Wait,
Greg, I'm gonna throw a an addendum point of order. I think we should just let the show roll for another hour and see who else we can bring on. Let's just call this the 2-hour Shooter's Mind. Let it go. I mean,
So-
your original guest bailed on you. Let's let this roll and let's let this grow and see what we can do, because I think we can affect lives on this.
All right, I'm
I'm
going
like-
into my hay area. I don't have. We're gonna put Nickelback photograph in the earbuds and we'll rock out.
Well, boys and girls,
where did that come from?
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
Oh my
I haven't
God.
run you
This
in
is
5
like
years.
Shooter's Mindset after hours.
Is this where we kick out everybody 21 and under?
No, we're still good, man. We're still PG-13. I think we are. I'm wearing a Stetson. I haven't worn this in 5 years. There you go.
So Prentice, I'm guessing I don't get the quarter for every shout out.
No, we didn't negotiate that either.
Well, I expect royalties from my video you just shared.
I didn't share it. Greg did.
Hey,
Well, how do you find it?
the good news is, since
Double royalties.
what is it? Females make 75 cents for every dollar that a male makes. I get at least 35 cents for each shout out I make.
This is
Oh my
awesome.
God.
No, you're too young. You haven't gotten the raises in life that we've gotten. So you're getting like 15 cent little baby self.
But I have a beard. Little one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know, Prentice Wink is one of the match directors here in Texas for PRS and NRL. He double dips, him and Dave Ferguson.
AKA P Winky.
He's also
Winky.
one of the Shooter's Mindset's top fans.
Yes. and
I think
runs
he is
matches
the
out of
top
College-
fan.
He has
the
the
top
badge.
fan. He runs matches out of College Station. Some of the best matches there, and it's got it down to a sign where you can bring in 130 people for a club match one day, push them through 10 stages, and be done by 2 p.m. So, yeah, skills with a Z.
Skills.
So tell us your pet peeve at matches, Prentice.
And I actually ran into it at Kansas. I was in what I would call an elite squad, shot. I can't remember if it was the Humvee stage or the stage after it. I shot the wrong target. They were calling impacts because we were unaware that I shot the wrong target. And I'm kind of like Regina. I'm not gonna do it. So I told the RO, take those points off. I didn't hit the right target. And I mean, if you shoot the wrong target, obviously you didn't hit the correct target, so you shouldn't take the points. The RO looked a little shocked, and I don't go to matches for the points. I go to have a good time, to see friends that I don't get to see all the time. And that would be my biggest advice is treat this sport like a hobby. Don't treat it like a job, because not many people are getting paid to shoot. And if you treat it like a job and you're not getting paid, you're not going to do it for very long.
If I did this for the points I got, I wouldn't do it very much.
Same here.
I do it for the lulls. I do it for the lows and the likes.
I do it.
You guys.
I do it because it's fun and like they're super awesome people to get to hang out with.
Yeah, I love the people. Like Janae.
I don't shoot that good, but I'm a lot of fun.
I'm the same way,
No.
Janae. I don't shoot good at all, but I'm a blast to be around.
Hey, I'm
I'm
sorry.
going to have fun whether you are or not. So
I
we might
recognize
as
my
well have
strengths
fun
and
together.
weaknesses, and I'm always fun. I always have a good time.
And if you're not having fun around P Winky, he will make you have fun.
Oh, he'll force fun on you. He's
He'll be like, "You better smile."
Hey, why don't you smile?
Sometimes you're not even like at the same match as him, and you're like hanging on for dear life on the back of some little 4-wheel creation, and all of a sudden you hear him on someone else's phone on speaker.
Oh, that was funny. I forgot who that was that called you, and they were like, "Jen, give P Winky a shout out." We were like riding in the back of a pickup truck at K&M with Ryan Hay hanging off the end.
Oh God, we were dragging his ass,
and we're literally hanging on to him.
like there's like 7 people, like he's trying to walk, and we're like, "You're not gonna make it home." Everybody just held on to him and drug him.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yes.
About burning it down after a match or something. Arizona?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am sure you don't know what I'm talking about, but I had to get a point in there.
Point.
Get on the
I
board.
think she doesn't remember.
That's a stage clean, buddy. That is a clean stage. Good job, Prentice, because I wasn't going to bring it up. I've already brought it up.
Yo,
But by all means.
Can we have a sequel this November when we're all there together?
Hey, Janae, guess what?
What?
I don't have to fly out till very, very late Monday. So that means Sunday night, I can burn it down bigger than the bonfire that we make.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
If you don't buy a quilted jacket that a lady is wearing in town,
Hundle,
I'm
man.
not saying that Orion did that at that match.
That was the first time I met Ryan Hundle, and I was like, this guy's amazing. I don't know who he is,
Dude.
but I love him.
He's a national treasure. I mean, look at I'm wearing Red Beer Gunworks. Yeah, I mean, I have to find a quilted jacket, and I got to hang out.
It was like a
with
Santa Claus jacket
Santa
too.
Claus. And I
Yes,
hope
yes.
Brian Smith and Chucky come out, because those two, if for those that don't know, Brian Smith has been involved in precision rifle for a long time. He's behind the scenes, RO. You guys, some of you guys have met him. Chucky, who, if you've been to Rifles Only, you know Chuck and Brian. They're always RO in the tower together. They're like brothers to me, and they drove all the way out to Arizona to RO that match. And then you had Rich Cronister. So all of us are at the table, and then Hundle walks in with a quilted jacket. He's like, "Dude, I just bought this off some chick." And I'm like, we're like,
She wasn't some chick. She was some chick's grandmother.
okay, grandmother.
She was like 95.
Whatever,
Who
man.
makes
I
the
think that
jacket?
was awesome.
It was.
Dude, and that's why I'm going out to Regina's match again, because that, like, again, going out west to Arizona or Utah is just a good for the soul. I don't care if I get shellacked and beat by the course of fire. I'm going to hang out with you guys. I mean, I did good last year with 2 years ago with a 308, but now I'm rocking the XC, and I might even be rocking the GT by then. We'll see.
Sap's Rich already said he's gonna hook us up with a couple of kegs. So
I know we're talking about that.
And Jen, I'll talk to the New Mexico guys about bringing some more apple pie moonshine.
Or not, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Hey, Ryan, I'll bring
I'll
some.
take
Bring
some
some.
limoncello though.
yeah, I'm down for limoncello.
You posted a recipe. I'm like, why would I make it when I can just drink yours?
Wait, yeah, what's the rest?
Or I can.
Huh?
I'm not going to spill yours. Trust me. But hey, Jen.
Yeah, again.
We'll talk about that later. Jen, just let's like dummy cord the phone, please.
Yeah, really. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry, Jen.
let's wrap this one down to shout outs.
No, let's keep this one going. You got nowhere to play. I mean, I don't have to be working until 9 a.m. tomorrow. Let's go.
I have to be at work at 5.
Oh, it sounds like a personal problem.
It is a personal problem, but I also have an end button here.
Yeah, you have an out.
He's like, I'll just end it.
Mine says end for all, so just saying.
Boom.
Greg's like,
You've got the Thanos
we have
snap?
this chat going. Greg's like, do we want to wrap up soon or keep trucking? I'm like, whoo, let's put the hat on. Let's keep trucking.
Like a rack in there with all these tabs.
I know
It's
Wait,
like Jenna Jackson with like a costume change.
you have the Viking hat.
New wardrobe.
We're gonna get a nip slip soon.
Where's the Viking? Oh my gosh! Before long, they are going to show their stomach, so we're going to have to end it.
No. I'm not,
Hey, Prentice, I got a question.
I have a Viking.
What are scores for tonight's episode?
So far, Ryan Hayes got 3, you've got 2, and I think I got 1 with the Jen comment.
yep. No, you clean
mean-
stage on that one, man. I'm sorry.
I don't know the scoring. I wish I had known this before the game was played.
You don't know about Shooter's Mindset scoring? The scores
I
don't.
think so.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? The scores don't matter, and Greg chooses who goes to the finals anyway.
Janae just wants her $1.
It's only 75 cents at this point.
All I got is 1/4. Sorry.
Songs do not hold change good. Just saying.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
My favorite word.
They're at. Never
Yeah, I
mind.
went there. There's an app for that. I mean, are you putting QR codes on strippers now? I mean, I'm just.
Welcome to Vegas. This is the new normal.
There is one question that whenever Greg wrote these, I was like, why is he putting that in there? But now I feel like it's a very appropriate question.
Ooh,
Have you
do
ever
tell.
felt like you were on a podcast that was going to turn into an ARS meme? I kind of
Yes.
feel like
And
this is
it's this
appropriate now.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Messaging ARS right now.
we're going to be a meme tomorrow.
That's fine. It's good.
That's
It's
that's
better
kind
than-
of that's
Hey,
kind of what I said when I saw the. Has anybody got an RPR tattoo?
Oh.
That's gonna be an ARS meme.
And then it was.
Then it was.
Where's Regina at? Is she here?
She's right there.
Okay. I don't. Oh yeah, I don't see. I need to see 4 screens. and-
It only shows a few at a time.
Yeah. Okay.
It only shows the loud people.
Loud people. No, I had to look at me and I'm like, I didn't see you guys. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. Great tattoo.
Wow. That was an interesting tattoo for sure. Definitely interesting. But we might be a ARS meme. Who knows? With Dennis and
I feel like that's flattering. The meme?
Do you
Yes.
think they'll bring in the shovel comment or no?
Definitely. We need to have a precision rifle shovel comment or shovel.
I was gonna say, I love it. Like all my friends that call me hoes in real life, I'm like, no, I'm not a hoe. I'm a shovel.
Shovel.
give your whole spiel, Greg, about how a shovel is.
I will do that on the post show.
Oh, why? Why? We want to talk about Arizona. Let's talk about a shovel.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Jen got a point. Jen
I want
got a
to
point.
hear this. I want to hear
Excuse
Jen
this.
got a point.
I have never once mentioned Arizona since it happened. That was the only time I've said the word Arizona on this show.
You just brought P. Winky in. So you were an accomplice.
All right.
How do you know it was Greg and not Ryan that just forwarded me to the link?
Yeah.
Because
What?
Greg told us he did.
Because Greg wrote, hey, got a surprise for y'all as your shining face popped in.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
All right.
oh, yeah.
A
blame it
wise
on-
man once said, don't ever tell on yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
So
He did.
shovel. All right. Every time I've bought a female over to my house, it's hard to tell in this room because it's my office, but like my house is actually really clean and really organized. And every time a female comes in my house, they're like, "Oh, it's such a nice place. I can't believe this is a guy's house." Whether it's a, but the first time I bought a Hispanic female to my house, she walks in the door and she goes, "Oh, this where you bring all your hoes?" And I go, "Girl, I ain't got no hoes." And she goes, "Well, what am I then?" And I go, "Girl, you ain't a hoe. Use a shovel." And she goes, "A shovel?" I was like, "Yeah, you could do hoe stuff with a shovel, but you could do so much more with a shovel. You could dig a hole with a shovel. You could shovel snow with a shovel. You could shovel shit with a shovel. You could kill someone with a shovel. You could bury the dead body with a shovel. You could get a truck stuck out the stuck mud with a shovel. A shovel is so much better than a hoe."
How did that night end?
That was a
This is PG.
Yeah, that was the very PG version
By
of
the
this.
way, this is very PG. I'm
Yeah.
R-rated.
So that was about 2 weeks before the Collis match of last year. And before that match, I told Jen this story. And for that entire 3 days, Jen did nothing but repeat that story to the entire precision rifle community.
Not the entire, just Ryan Hay and
Just
Gina
me,
and Ray.
Jenna and Ray and random people that I don't know. And
Yeah, pretty much like anytime I was like, "Hey, did you hear the shovel story?" Greg, tell it.
like people that I don't know come up to me at matches and they're like, "Hey, how's Shovel?"
He's famous. And she puts up with you still a year later, which is very impressive.
No clue how.
Yeah, I say, Greg, you landed, you hooked a good one there, man. So,
Better keep her.
you better
I
keep her.
did.
You're not pissed off or you're gonna find a shovel in your face.
You might be buried with that same shovel too.
Yeah.
Or castrated. Either or.
Ooh, you could do that with a shovel, couldn't you?
New
That's scary.
uses.
Dude,
Actually, so I Googled uses of a shovel and found an article with like 178 different uses for a shovel and sent it to her one day.
what were the uses for a hoe?
Chop dirt. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Jennifer, you see what happens when you let Greg pick the people that come on the show?
I know.
It's
He was
awesome.
like, "Who can we have?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm really busy at work. I don't have time for this." And he's like, "I got it." I'm like, "Okay."
Well,
And the next thing I'm tagged in something from Ryan Hay saying he's coming on the show. And I was like, "Oh, okay. He had it all right."
I mean, it was a good plan. I mean, we were executing it just fine. I mean, no one's getting sponsors called yet.
Yeah.
Hey, the show doesn't have to be deleted yet.
I didn't
No,
even
it
cuss.
doesn't.
I didn't cuss.
Yeah.
I pretended my mom was sitting right here the whole time.
I'm so impressed.
I'm very impressed with you today.
Hey, Janae, I am like actually very impressed because you were like, "I'm gonna get blasted," and I'm like, "Wasn't me, Shaggy. Wasn't me. It's on
Coffee.
the shower. Wasn't me."
It wouldn't be a show without Ryan singing.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I could sing. I got a voice from an angel.
I can
You know
too.
any
You want to hear it?
Nickelback?
No Nickelback, Prentice.
Look at this photograph.
Where's the mute button?
Yeah, thank you.
I know you can mute people on this. I just don't know how to.
I don't know how to do it either. It took me 10 minutes to figure out how to log in.
Well, look at me. I'm logged in under my daughter's account. It says Tristan.
Oh, I found it. I know how
Does
to
it say
mute
that?
him.
Oh.
I'm also
At
the
the
host, so
bottom where it
I have the
says-
Wait a
ability
minute.
to
I see that.
Hey, you know what? You guys skipped over a question.
Oh shit! I muted him. I didn't mean to mute him.
Ryan, she muted you.
Did I mute him? I did hit mute, but I unmuted it. I didn't mean
Oh
to.
my God, Jay.
This is why I hate you.
Hey, Janae.
Don't give me permission to do anything.
Hey, remember the discussion we had on Instagram between your friends and how that went down, all right? Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you don't. That'll get us both in trouble.
I'll admit it. She's beautiful, but the brunette was being like, "Ow, pay me compliments," and I paid
Hey,
her. I'm like,
that brunette is one of the most fun chicks you'll ever hang out with.
I bet she is, and I paid her a compliment, and guess what? She's like, "Too late. Talk to the hand." I'm like, "Give
Yeah.
compliment, rejects compliment, and I'm like, what the fuck? Whatever.
You didn't cuss either. Look, you stopped yourself. Good job.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll disappoint you.
All right.
What were you
I'm
asking?
I'm fixing to hang up because I'm exhausted and I've got to get up in a few hours.
Love you, Prentice.
Later. Y'all be good.
I'm
Thanks
so
for
glad you
coming
graced
and
us with
saying
your
hey.
presence.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
I keep muting and unmuting. Tim's listening to voicemails. My dog's eating. I moved in here because the lighting sucked in the other room. So mute.
Yeah, if you guys want to see something funny, go to Janae's Instagram when she posts pictures with her friends, and
That's
then
that's like my personal account, so I don't have many people that are on that.
I know, but I know, but like you guys should be in there, like at least Regina is.
No,
And I'm like, I pay actually like I paid a good compliment to one person, and the other one was like, "What about me?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you seem fun too." And I'm like, and she's like, "Talk to the hand," and I'm like, "Wow, okay, game on, here we go." And I guarantee, I mean, I don't know them, but I was just being funny, and and it was like, it got sassy, and I love it. I love it.
So if you really want to have fun on social media, Prentice sent me Janae's whole TikTok, and this is really fun.
Oh God, he sent you like my actual TikTok because most of those are like from like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I've only posted one in the last like year, I think. Oh God.
I'm not on TikTok.
Please
for
don't.
very good reasons.
No,
why.
nor am I. But,
Tim and Regina are in one of them.
ooh, I'm gonna have to find that. But
I gotta go pee. I'll be
hold
back.
on.
TMI,
All right.
Ryan. TMI.
So while Ryan's peeing, let's go ahead and hit some shout outs here and start wrapping her down.
Yeah, because I think I might have to take my husband to work. So.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Is he drunk? Does he need a designated driver?
We were in West Virginia, so his patrol car is there.
I'm just kidding.
He kind of needs that for work, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's probably useful.
With the way everything is these days, you can't leave a patrol car sitting in your driveway or somebody to come by and tag it. So,
Truth.
yeah.
Pretty sad. Why don't you start with shout outs then, Gina? And that way, if you have to duck, you can.
Okay. And I have a list, so I don't forget this time. So,
Woohoo! Ooh, where's mine?
yeah, because I'm super forgetful and I always forget somebody. And then I feel like the parent who forgot one of their children at the store. So, got to thank Vortex and Nick Laufenberg for trusting me, Ryan, and Janae all on the same show. Defiance Machine, who Mike Lee gave me like a list of things.
Oh, now you're
Oh
quiet.
no! Did she just die for all of
your
us?
computer stopped.
Oh no.
Gina, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I don't
she's
think
still
she can hear
talking.
us either.
Can you hear
Oh.
us, Gina? Give us a thumbs up. I mean,
If you
she
need
can't hear us
help,
either.
scratch your left ear.
Did it go out again?
Yeah, there you go. You're
It
back. You're back. You're back. You're back.
All right.
Every time.
Start at Defiance.
Okay, so Mike Lee gave me like a list of stuff to talk about. Janae's got it because I can't remember all that stuff. Spartan
No
Rifle.
pressure, lady.
Yeah. Foundation stocks. I'm waiting on a Centurion. I'm super excited about that. Plus the company owned by two lefties. So not politics handed. Jimmy Triggers Weebad, who's Whiskey Charlie MFC is like my favorite bag. I take it everywhere with me. Hawk Hill Custom. I got to see Sean and Bricks last weekend. They were both ROing and didn't boo me or like fire me or anything. Voodoo Tactical, Nosler and Hodgdon. Both of those two I've been using in my GT. Hodgdon said if you can't find Varget, try Stayball. Stayball is a little bit easier to find and it's accurate. It works. Who else do I have in here? Patriot cases. Jen, you use them too, right?
Yep, I do.
I do too.
I've had the same case for like 6 years. TSA hasn't broken it yet.
I need to get with Brack. I love Brack Wilson.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
They're super awesome because I got mine because they were nice enough and they donated it to the prize table at the finale that I RO'd last year.
Nice.
And so I was able to.
Upgraded foam. So TSA's yet to knock a 0 off on one of my guns. I do more damage to my gear than TSA has. Geoballistics, really right stuff. Long range arms. That's the electronic bubble level you see in the pictures that I'm running now, since my eyes went all wonky when I turned 47. And rifles only, who's doing the Assassin's Way thing. So if you get 25 grand and you want to go win, it's like $500,000 or something if you win that match.
$500,000.
It's a series.
Payouts $500,000 if you win.
Yeah.
What?
So it's like
Yep.
19 matches or something that you have to shoot over how many days?
Month. So basically a month and a half, multiple matches, and it's just not all shooting. It's fieldcraft, tradecraft, everything that, well, a body stacker would need to do. Over and Jacob is putting a kick-ass team of support and ROs and making sure that everything's good for this. Dude, when you have $500,000 on the line, you got to have some. You have to have some strict things in place, and Jacob's getting all that fine-tuned. And I will be supporting that match with ROing things that are close and supporting him. I'm not going to shoot it.
I've volunteered to RO. He thinks I need to go learn how to do that stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
hey, bro, I like food, and I like the idea behind it. I think it's a super cool idea, but I can't afford it to go shoot it. But
Newsflash: I did that and got paid from I got paid from Uncle Sam to do that, and I want to actually see someone win $500,000. I don't want to go do it myself again.
Honestly, I think it's a super cool idea. I wish I had
Great
25
idea.
grand laying around to go study Jacob for a couple months and go do that whole thing, because I think the person who ends up winning it, that's going to be a hell of a payday.
Yeah, it is. It's $500,000. It's your life. I mean,
so I've been watching the show alone. I know it's been on for like 6 seasons, but I got all wrapped up in it. I would die if I was out there. If I got dropped off someplace, here, go get food, find your way to water. So since I've been watching that, I'm like, I would need a lot of help on if I decided to do that match.
No, I mean, it's land nav, it's your stalking abilities, it's your target detection, it's all the basic FM 7-8 for those who don't know. That's the infantry, and then reconnaissance manual, and then sniper stuff. So, I mean, a lot of people have said this is a look at me ploy, but Jacob's been pushing boundaries. Hey, come on, it's Jacob. Him and a few others built what we are in right now.
Yep.
So I think this is gonna be good. It's gonna push some limits. It's gonna test some people, and that's just Jacob.
Okay,
I love
Brian, hate to cut you short. I got to take Tim. So actually, that's all I have, really, for real. So,
Peace out, Gina.
Yep. Thanks for coming on tonight, Gina.
yeah, love you guys.
Yep.
Love you, Tim.
Bye, Tim.
Hey, tell Tim a couple of our viewers said stay safe tonight, and we said it too.
Yeah,
We'll see y'all. Good seeing you.
Good work, brother.
Bye.
Bye, Gina.
Bye.
Love you. Talk to you later.
You owe me a couple. He probably owes me a couple $dollars now, and Nickelback.
Prentice?
Yeah, Prentice.
Yeah, he owes us a bunch of money right now. I'll cash it in. I got a club. See you guys. See you, Gina.
All right, Janae, hit your shout outs.
I don't have a whole lot, just Vortex, Nick. He's awesome. He's been great, and I love the company. I love how they take their customer service is amazing. And to pick up where Regina left off with Defiance, they've been a great company too, and I know they're very proud of their anti-action, which is amazing. It's steel, but it's feels like titanium. It's super, super light, and great company, very quality employees. And I actually went to a PRS match that was not far from their home office last year, about a year ago. And I got to go see go tour it. And I saw the, high-end machines, and they had all these new ones they were just ordering. And I know now with all the gun industry exploding, that they've definitely expanded and are doing a lot more business and continue to have that, high-end customer service. But so they're great. Nosler, they've been great to me, and I'm running their 105 RDFs right now in the 6 BRA, and I'm loving them. Load develop was super easy, and that is my downfall. I suck at it, and it's super, super easy. Short action precision, they're great. I love those guys. Rich, Nate, and Elijah. I got a new Elijah barrel. That's what it is. My new barrel is amazing, and I've never had a Elijah barrel. I don't know if it's as big of a company as a lot of the bigger barrels for the PRS and NRL type stuff, but this thing is shooting lights out. So happy about that. And XLR, I love them. I've been using their chassis pretty much since I've been shooting, and every time I try something different, I end up going back to them. So I think that's it. All I can think of.
Sweet. Hey.
Woohoo! Get ready for the long list because I've been in this game for a while. Of course, Magneto Speed, home team. I mean, it's a day job, man. Selling chronographs, pushing rifle coals, and the Gen 2 rifle coal. I don't have a timeline on when it's coming out. As soon as I get a timeline, I can announce it. But
you better let me know on that one.
Yeah, I know. The Gen 2 T1000s are out. What else? Just V3s and spoilers, man. Putting the chronographs out there so people can use them. Vortex, Nick, I behaved. I love you.
Also, guess who's going to be on the show in a couple weeks?
Who, Nick?
Nick.
You got it, dude. I got to crash that one. So yeah, I mean, Vortex is, dude, Nick has been my boy, and it's funny. A year ago this weekend, we were partying at the lake house at Wisconsin Barrel Maker Classic, and we were in the lake, and dude, we were grooving and jamming. It was awesome. That was a good weekend. Funny how history repeats itself with, after June and my father passing, and I went to a great match with great friends, hung out, partied, and got that out. And then this year, again, went up to Hornady PRC, and just it was spiritual, man. We were jamming. Of course, Magpul. You guys see in the background, I got my chassis up there. I've been cranking on guns. The Magpul Pro 700 and all these stuff from Magpul. The DACA, if you guys need stuff to organize your pouches and organize your kit, get some DACA pouches, get some DACA cases. They're awesome. You can put some Velcro on it, get it into your Pelican cases. You can organize your range kit. DACA cases, DACA, DAKA. They're great. Defiance, what can I say? It's the actions I run. Love them. Red Beard Gunworks. My South Texas boys. Hundle, Kyle, Nick, the whole crew down there. Love you. Area 419, the Maverick. That's my new suppressor. I've had a chain suppressors this year, and the Hellfire adapters and the brakes and everything else. So rifles only. Like Jacob and Lisa are family to me. So when I go down to hang with them, it's just not going to shoot a match. It's being with family. Geoballistics, Joe Baker, he sent me a care package, and he was like, "Hey, what's your address?" I'm like, it's changed. Here you go, new house. And he sent me shirts and stickers because I used to have stickers on the back of the truck. I try to put all the stickers of the companies that support me on the back of the truck. We Bad, David and Robert, it's the only bags I use. Short Action Precision, Rich has hooked me up too many times this year, and we are going on a road trip, man. We are going on a dude. We're gonna be grooving and jamming, man. It's just gonna be like White Russians and rolling north, having fun, blasting tunes, and speaking German, and talking about big butts on all the way up to South Dakota. And for everyone that's watching, South Dakota, I'm bringing up the pop-up tent. I'm bringing up Magpul stuff. I'm bringing up Geoballistic stuff. I'm bringing up Magneto Speed stuff. And Mike Kane knows this. We sent up the loaner match pack with T1000s, so he has probably close to 40 T1000s is going to be at that match. And we're just going to haul ass through Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska to get to South Dakota. I'm leaving at work like at noon on Wednesday, picking Rich up, and we're jamming north, man. It's going to be awesome. Grooving. And then Hawk Hill Customs, Bricks is like, hey, man, let someone else get certificates. And I picked up 2 certificates in the last 2 matches. I got a certificate from the Kansas match and the Horny PRC match, and I sent them to my amateur, Stephanie. So because she's going to burn on a 6.5 Creed. She has a 6.5 Creed barrel, and she's been shooting a lot of matches. And, you know, round count goes up. Next thing you know, your velocity drops and you need a barrel. So there you go. She got the certs from that. And then Huber Custom Triggers, you know, 2 stages. Love them. That's it. No discounts. Not yet.
Jen, wake up.
Are you done?
It's long because I've been in this industry so damn long, man.
I need some more coffee for that one.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Is it
God.
morning?
You know it's bad. I'm just gonna start
Is
reading
it
off.
time to get ready?
Vortex, Magpul. Bro, I honestly just need
I think
to
you have to get ready for work now.
down to
I
like
think so.
30 seconds. I'm sorry. I've been only doing this like 7 years, and I've built up a good thing here. You know,
I'm giving you a hard time because I knew I'd get a rise out of you. And that was so funny.
Ooh, you got a rise out of me. Ooh. God, Jen.
Greg, shout outs.
All right. Mine is nowhere near as long as his. I have GSL suppressors. If you notice, my barrel's a little bit short over here. But I have an awesome can waiting for that at Crack Shot Pawn and Firearms out in Thompson. Can't wait to get that bad boy out of jail and have a truly silent 22. Also, I got one for the GT waiting there. Shooters and Sharpshooters of Augusta are 2 local ranges here. That's where I do all my load development and work up, and pretty much live there on the weekends nowadays. PDC Custom, if you want the most beautiful rifle chassis in the world, right here. It's available in rimfire or centerfire. Also available in the beautiful lime green or normal human colors. Ryan, did he forget somebody?
No, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay. NEZ Performance to build the sweetest Gucci Glock ever. Phone scope, probably my favorite long range shooting training aid. Shooter's World powder. If you can't find Varget, Shooter's World has everything in stock, including the precision rifle that's very, very, very similar. Hunter's HD Gold, the greatest eyewear you could ever wear while shooting or doing other miscellaneous stuff outside. I ended up wearing mine in the pool the other day. And Bortec, if you have a very dirty rifle and want to make it very clean very quickly. Like I hear some of those rifles got there at the PRC.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, I still have to clean mine. I'm pretty sure I have like an entire county of Utah on my bags in my luggage that I haven't unpacked yet. Like it was 10 more pounds because of all the dirt that was like on all my stuff.
Earl, come on. I punched that dirt out before that rifle went back in the case. I was breaking my rifle down in the hotel room before we went out drinking Saturday night. Sorry.
It doesn't surprise me because you clean your rifle all the time at matches.
I don't clean. I just get the carbon and dirt out of it. And I had pressure issues because of that. And when I talked to Jim C, he's like, "Did you lube your bullet? Was there a lot of lube in there?" And I'm like, "No, dry graphite." And he's like, "Wow, that much dirt?" I'm like, "Yeah, like New Mexico fine talcum powder. I had pressure issues." And he's like, "Well," and I go to Jim C for something, and then I go to some other people, and I'm like, and I sent them all the same, and they're like, "Wow, that bad?" I'm like, dude, I was slamming the bolt up the last 3 stages. It felt like I had water in the chamber. And I looked at the brass, and it just looks like sandpaper got just scraped upon. I'm like, God dang it.
I forgot who it was. Someone posted a video just kind of like going around how dirty their rifle was after that match. I texted you and I'm like, "Hey, you need to borrow the ultrasonic."
No,
Does
I need
yours
to have
look like this?
rifle case or rifle cover or rifle condom to put that thing in. Like after the stage is done, blow it off with compressed air and then put it back into the condom so it doesn't get the dirt in it. Because me, I was just like bolt open, walking around like rah, 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 and I just being a dumbass. I should have remembered.
I kept my rain cover over mine the whole time. But my rain cover was disgusting when I got home, and I literally put it in the washing machine. But it worked.
I squirted my bags and like all the shooting bags, the ruck and everything else off, and I had like a red line going down the street. And I'm like, no, that's Utah. Okay.
It's Utah. That's right. All right, shout outs on my end. Shout out to Prime Ammo, because I am not the best at reloading and I don't ever have time to. So Prime Ammo is awesome. They have 6GT now, so check that out. Macmillan stocks for awesome, beautiful stocks. Mine is not unpacked yet and it's dirty. So it doesn't look blue anymore. It kind of looks brown. GSL Technology for awesome suppressors. Warren scope mounts and bipods. Love those. Night Force Optics. Under Industries for great jerseys. Hunter's HD Gold and Bortec to clean all the junk off. So with all that being said, I think we can wrap this one up. I think, are we good on the lives?
I think we're good on lives.
Well, I still want to throw one more last one out.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. And this is near and dear to my heart. So the guys at Black Rifle Coffee Company, you know, they brought me and Paul out to do the match, which was very generous of them, and I appreciate that for that. In the midst of that, I got to talk with Evan and how Evan was talking with Paul and a lot of veteran stuff. To give you guys some insight, Evan is a very down-to-earth person and takes what he does for veterans seriously. And what they're doing right now is called the VAS. So VAS is the Veterans Adaptive Athletes Sport, and they're doing a bunch of things with amputees and disabled veterans with archery. And that's what they're doing right now. I mean, they brought me and Paul out, which we have our limbs and eyes. Paul's still doing great things, you know, behind the scenes with agencies, and he's prior SF, and, you know, me being, you know, prior Army in reconnaissance, and, you know, very grateful for that. But on the backside of, you know, Black Rifle Coffee doing all the great promo and videos and the shenanigans that they do, I got to see behind the veil, and I got to see behind, you know, and it was awesome to see how Evan is and what he does. He hired 2 guys that lost their jobs just to teach people archery, just to teach people how to shoot bows and arrows, because that's how he is. And guys, support the companies that support veterans. I got support the companies that support the shooting sports, but Black Rifle Coffee, I got an insight into it that I didn't know, and I was taken back. I really was. You know, it's just not the company that I've known Black Rifle Coffee for, Matt Best, Jared, and all the social media and everything, but I got to see behind that, and it's pretty freaking awesome.
That's cool.
And
it's awesome. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but I did transition shovel from Starbucks to Black Rifle Coffee.
Good. Thank you. God, thank you. And they're right now, they're busy taking a lot of veterans out. They just had, like, last week they took veterans out to Big Sky, Montana. They were out shooting targets and everything with archery. This week they're doing things with disabled veterans. And just go follow them on their Instagram and their Facebook, and you'll see what they're doing. It's beyond just the shenanigans of what's, you know, the Gatling guns and the craziness. But that's why I was just happy to go to that match with them and have them support it. So that's it.
That is awesome. We need to get them on the show and do a show with them.
Yes. I tried. Cool. They're too busy right now, and I was like, Jared, can you get Evan and you on the show tonight? And they're like, dude, we're busy with VAS. And I'm like, and their whole marketing and digital creation team's down in San Antonio. And Logan Stark, who's their DCI, he's a former Marine Scout sniper. He's all about precision rifle stuff. I've already sent chronograph and accessories to Evan. I'm going to send some stuff down to Logan. But yeah, we're going to get them tied into this community.
Yeah. So choose a Tuesday, any Tuesday. Let me know. We'll get them booked on here. That would be an amazing show.
Jamming, man. Groovy.
All right, we survived the show. No one's drunk, and it's not getting deleted. Woo!
Woo!
That is a wrap for a successful episode 303. Thank everybody for joining us. Thank y'all for taking your time and being with us. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bring you back for the 308 show because I still love my 308.
Woo!